Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another episode of the Science of Farming show. We are so pleased to have you join us today. And as usual, I'll open up in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I bear witness there's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you, Sister Melody, and you, Sister Teresa, in the greeting words of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
I
salam,
pray you
Queen.
all.
Walaikum salam,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. So beautiful to see you, sisters, here today. We are so excited to have Sister Teresa. I just cannot wait. Sister Melody, we have some awesome guests, don't we?
Oh, absolutely, sister. I'm telling you, we got a real good one today again.
Listen, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to share her with our audience today. So, just to remind our audience, the reason why we do this, this labor of love, it is a labor of love. It's because we want to encourage everyone to do what the beloved Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has asked us to do, and that is to grow our own food. Farming is the engine of our nation. So, we got to farm. We have to grow food. We have to have cattle. We have to be able to produce our own food and care for our own selves. So this show gives us the opportunity to just play a small part in encouraging us to do so. And as I always say on every show, no, you don't have to have the gigantic farm, because we've had people on the show who have a lot of land, and you see that's a beautiful thing. And we also have people that are beginning their gardens, and we have some people who are experienced with the gardens and with chickens. So we have a variety of people on the show, but it's all to show you that you too can do it. You can start small and continue to grow. And the beautiful thing that Sister Melody and I just love about the show is that we really get to inspire people. I mean, we honestly hear back from people who have made some adjustments in their life with their new gardens, they're growing food, they're sharing products with each other. So it's really a blessed opportunity to be able to do this show, and I'm very honored to do it. So, Sister Melody, you want to get us started, or do you have anything to say before we get started?
Well, I think you said a lot, in terms of, why we doing what we do. So today I just want to introduce beautiful guest.
Oh, Sister Melody, you're
For
yeah, you're experiencing a little lag time, Sister Melody.
today, Sister Teresa got it going.
Oh, we lost Sister Melody. She might have to go to another section of her location. So, Sister Melody, I'll go ahead and take it from here. So, we want to go ahead and introduce to our audience a very beloved sister. We're so happy to have her. I'm so happy and excited to learn about you, Sister Teresa. When Sister Melody reached out to me, we were wondering who we could have on the show, and she said, "I know a sister. I know a sister." So we're very excited to have you. Can you start out by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for
Alaikum
having me.
salam. Yes,
And thank
ma'am.
you for doing this wonderful show. It really is important that we learn from one another.
Yes, ma'am. That's very true. Very well said.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So myself, I am Sister Teresa Muhammad. I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, Muhammad Mosque, number 35. I'm a midwife. I'm a doula, community health worker, ethnobotanist, and I'm a Delaware master gardener. And just a student of life, just a student learning and striving to improve myself.
Okay, that's very, very beautiful. Listen, you've given me a lot to pick from. So I want to jump on that master gardener. How did you become a master gardener?
Back in
There we go.
2018, oh
Uh-huh.
yes, there she is. Back in 2018, I took a certification course. It was a 12-week course. And with that, we learned a lot in terms of not just how to grow, but how to deal with pests and disease and plant identification. And it was pretty in-depth training that I got. And the name of that program is the Master Gardener Program. And every state, I believe, has one through the state university or college. And I did
Okay.
that, graduated in 2018.
That's awesome because I know Sister Melody is a master gardener also. So
Okay.
that's really wonderful that you all have each other right there to support each other. So Sister Melody, this is your section. I'll let you go ahead and take it from here.
Okay, I don't know why I'm having these difficulties with this computer. However, I
Yes,
believe
ma'am.
this weather has something to do with it because a lot of electricity is being used. So yes, I just
Absolutely.
heard that more part with Sister Teresa showing, telling us some things about, herself. So again, I was very happy that I was invited to her home. And I mean, again, your home is a sacred place. But when I seen what the sister was doing in her home, I mean, she's growing
Yes.
a variety of different things, and they all look healthy and growing. So I know that her spirit and, just her knowledge and things like that has a lot to do with it. Although she doesn't have, I think you said a half an acre, sister, maybe less than.
Yeah, less than that. It's less than a quarter of an acre, actually.
This sister is like growing corn, okra, peppers, tomatoes. Sister, I mean, at least, do you know approximately how many different vegetables you grow? It got to be at least 40. I'm just
Something,
thinking.
maybe not necessarily 40, maybe around 30 different types. And then
Yes.
definitely at least um, maybe 9 or 10 plants of each type of thing.
Well, Sister
And
Teresa,
they
so
growing.
go ahead. Yes, and I'm just so inspired already. Now tell us, how did you get started in this?
And to become a master gardener or just growing
Just the interest,
generally?
yes, growing food in general.
Really, I could say that it's really in my DNA. You know, I come from a family of growers. I've seen gardening and growing since I was a little girl. So that's just something that has always been ingrained in me. If
Wow.
it were not vegetables, there were growing plants and, flowers, whether it be outside or inside, So it really didn't matter where I was, for the most part. In an apartment, if I didn't have a balcony, I just had house plants. If I had a balcony, at minimum, I had house plants and I had plants out on my balcony in pots. I've grown vegetables in an apartment on a balcony, and anytime I had a piece of land, I was growing something. So it's really just something that has always been a part of my life.
Praise be to Allah. So, Sister Melody, what do you have for our sister? It's for in terms of questioning, because I have a lot. You were
And it
talking about
shows.
Sister Teresa. The Sister Melody mentioned some of the items that you're growing.
Hmm.
That's a lot of different items.
Yeah.
So, how do
Okay.
you?
Well, I've
Yeah,
asked so many, pardon me.
go ahead, Sister Melody.
Well, I have seen her work. So again, and everything look, I've seen her work and she's doing such a wonderful job because all of her plants are healthy. So I'm just gonna wait so she can explain some things with the pictures that she have after share ask some of the questions that you have for her.
Yes, ma'am. Now, Sister, you mentioned that behind the scenes that you actually grow some herbs. Can you talk about some of the herbs that you actually grow? Can you hear me, Sister Teresa? Oh, I know we're having difficulty. Sister Teresa, can you hear
Um,
me?
yeah, I have. It's. It feels like there's a lag or.
Oh, we lost. Yes, Sister Mella, I think it may be the heat. Hopefully she'll log back in.
Yeah, I think it's because of this electricity.
There you go. There you are. Uh-oh. Now, okay, there we go. Can you hear us, Sister Teresa?
Now, Sister Melody.
Okay, there we
Yes,
go.
ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I think I heard your question. It was about growing herbs.
Yes, ma'am. Can you talk about some of the herbs that you are growing?
Yes.
Sure. I have some culinary herbs that I really grow mostly what I use. So I do have like thyme, oregano, I have sage, rosemary, eucalyptus, lavender, and then I have other things like evening primrose, raspberry bush, but we use raspberry leaf for women's health, as well. I have aloe plant. What
Right.
else? Olive tree, which, you get the olives and olive oil from that. I'm trying to think of what else. Herb wise. Oh, I have elderberry bush as well as mint, chocolate mint. Um, yeah, that's for the most part what I have out right now
Well,
in
sister,
terms of
that's
herb.
quite a bit. You sound like you have a whole team helping you. You're managing that all by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow,
Oh, I
that is
can't say by myself. I have to give my
uh,
husband credit also. He definitely
oh,
helps me.
listen, we need help. We need help. So
Yeah.
with that, what we're gonna do, Sister Melody, do you have anything
Sister
else? 'Cause I'm
is her husband is one of the people, that's helping her. And I believe, okay, Sister Teresa, she asked was you doing this alone. But I was explaining it to Sister Teresa myself that, her husband is very handy. I mean, and she said that she could like say something and he can create it for her and it works for her. So imagine if, some of us had those type of brothers that was, handy and can build anything. He built a hoop house in probably no time.
yes,
Right.
ma'am. Well,
So
we're
you
definitely
might see it
come
in
to
one
the
of the
next picture.
photos.
Yes, ma'am.
And
So
and
we're
that's
gonna
a
wait till those.
blessing to, again,
Yeah.
to have somebody he's building, she's growing, she's cooking.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
For sure.
So we're gonna go ahead and get those pictures loaded as soon as they. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So Sister Teresa, the floor is yours. What are we looking at?
That's a mosquito plant. I have a few of those around to try to keep the mosquitoes away. I don't use any kind of chemical based things. I strive to keep everything organic, so I have to keep uh, mosquito plants or different strong plants, and I make different sprays with clove and different things like that. I even spray it in there just to try to help repel the unwanted mosquitoes.
Yes, ma'am. So what kind of plant is that exactly? For instance, for our audience who want to know that, what kind of plant is that?
It's a citronella plant.
See, yeah, absolutely. Citronella. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so audience, you're listening in. Get rid of those mosquitoes. By your door, just plant some citronella. Okay, and our next picture. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am,
So
Sister
that's
Teresa.
one of my raised beds. I have squash and green beans in there.
Yes, ma'am. Uh-oh, she bumped out. But Sister Melody, one thing I do notice is
That's
that she
the
does have the
squash, I
marigolds
wanna
there. Okay,
believe.
there you are, Sister Teresa. You back. Can you hear me, Sister Teresa? All right, Sister Teresa, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, good. So you can continue because I noticed you have some marigolds there.
Yes, I do. To bring the pollinators, since I have squash there and also I have green beans in there. So that just has two squash plants. One is green zucchini and the other one is yellow, and then about 3 or 4 string beans. And those are actually all from seed from Muhammad Farm seeds.
Wow. Excellent, excellent.
That's
And you
what
know
I
what I
wanted.
like about it? Go ahead, Sister Melody.
I wanted to say that's another advantage. I believe that, her plants are doing so well. She got all of her seeds and she got them from Muhammad Farms.
Right. And I think I'm also so impressed with the use of space, because you got quite a few things growing in that small space. And this is good for our audience to see that you don't need a lot of space. I think people are intimidated because they're like, oh, I have a small garden. But no, you don't, or a small yard, but you don't need a lot of space at all.
No, you don't. I actually use the square foot method. So I strive to, utilize as much as I can within a square foot and then do companion planting, keeping things together that work with one another, as well as succession planting, so that it just keeps a regular harvest coming regularly.
And you know what? I'm so glad you talked about that, because I really wanted to do a show one day on companion planting. So can you talk about what? Can you tell me what's in this bed again? That's compatible to be in the bed.
Sure, I have string beans and squash, zucchini squash, and then the marigolds are there.
Okay.
I definitely have the marigolds there to help pollinate the squash, because they do need pollination. The male plants have to get to the female plant. So I really would like for a lot of pollinators to come that way to help with that process, even though you can do it on your own. I rather just, have it done with the pollinators.
Right.
The string beans, they can grow up past the squash, and then the squash leaves also provide some shade for the string beans for the bottom to keep the soil moist.
Okay, thank you so much for that, because I'm sure people in our audience are taking notes. Let's go to the next picture and see what else you have going on. Nice.
That is a blueberry bush that I recently started. We had to put some chicken wire around it because I have a rabbit in my yard, and it's it dug itself into my actually I think the mother gave birth to it underneath my shed, and the baby just stayed there, and it's gotten a lot bigger. It leaves and it comes back, and we decided to not make him leave, so we just make the backyard space accommodating for him.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Now, it hasn't fruited yet. It's going to take about how long for it to fruit?
It actually did. It did have fruit on it, yes. And the rabbit ate the blueberries off of it. That's why we covered it.
Yes, Sister Melanie and I talk about that. Those, a rabbit isn't a pest, but in this sense, yes,
Yeah.
they eat our produce. Okay, so our next slide. Oh, that's beautiful.
That is a trellis I put up, and I have on one end of it there's a grapevine started that the rabbit ate all of the green off of.
Oh my God.
And so we put another chicken wire around it, and it started growing back, and it's from the time of this picture, it is already going up on the trellis now. Yeah, but when Sister Melody came and took the pictures, it was just starting to resurface itself.
Yes, the trial and error of gardening. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful that it's coming back. And so what is this one?
It was that's the grapes there.
The grapes. Okay. Okay, very, very nice.
Yes.
Okay, and your next one. Okay.
Yes, I did forget some of the herbs that I do have. There is bee balm in that first small space closest toward the screen, and then next to that is lemon balm. Then I have thyme. Then I have melon growing in the middle where you see the wooden stakes there. And then on the other side of that, I have chamomile growing. That I harvest daily. Have to harvest the flowers daily. And then some pots that are next to it, there are 2 jalapeno plants and then a tomato plant in that cage.
Wow,
And that's all along the side of my shed.
I was going to say, I really like how you have that laid out. Very simple. Now, in that first container, you said it was bee balm, was it?
Yes, bee balm. It's a herb.
I've never heard of that. And how do you use that? Look, I'm taking notes.
you could you could just harvest like a few of them, or you could harvest a lot of them at one time and just dry them out and then use it in a tea.
Okay. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
nice. All right. And then we have any more pictures?
Oh yeah, see that's the other side of that there, where the 2 shorter ones are jalapeno plants and then that taller one is a tomato plant.
And those are grow bags, Sister Teresa?
Yes, those are
Oh,
grow bags. And
because
actually
go ahead.
this was my setup on I had a balcony, an apartment, and I had a balcony prior to moving to the house. And so those are some of the things that I did use on my balcony, which was the grow bags and then that longer thing.
Okay, good, good. For our audience who's coming in, I want to return the greetings. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam to those who are giving us the greeting. And Brother Nathan Field said, wow, Sister Teresa. So we're very excited to watch this. Oh, there it is.
Chamomile, yeah.
Yes.
So
Now
that I harvest
explain
daily.
that process of harvesting and then what you do with it.
So I have to cut the flower off just right underneath it. And as the leaves spread outward, if they start going down, then they're getting older. If they're still up, they're not mature enough yet. But daily, there's a lot of new flowers. I would say I harvest at least 20 to 30 flowers off of it daily. And then I just put it in just in a dish, a wide dish, let it dry out, and then I add it to my mason jar for my chamomile. And then I make tea blends. I add it to different tea blends.
Wow, beautiful. Now you mentioned behind the scenes, you talked about being a midwife, which is
Yes.
so beautiful. So you use some of these herbs during your practice, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what part of your practice would you use the herbs? And this is just for our audience who's interested in that. They can definitely, you can give them some advice on that.
Right. So it depends. Chamomile specifically it helps you to calm down. It helps you to relax. It can help you sleep. So, during pregnancy, if insomnia is a factor, or sometimes if nausea is a factor, it can just help you to calm your body, calm your stomach, and help you sleep. But yeah, different throughout your pregnancy, you can use that. Children can use it, but also it's good for skin, chamomile as well. So it's a very soft and gentle herb that babies could even have.
That's very good. You're so gifted in so many areas and growing so many different things. And I was wondering, do you ever ship any of your products, any of your herbs out? Because I'm sure some people want to know that. And if so, how do they get in touch with you?
I have attempted it. I'm so traditional. I haven't gotten the knack for the business of things. I keep saying at some point you're not even going to be able to reach me on any kind of device. You're just going to have to come over and bring the pregnant person to me, or just come,
Right.
because I'm not good at any of that type of marketing and getting the mail set up. That's not what drives me,
Right.
honestly. It's just I rather just be outside in my garden or doing the actual work. The business side of it has its own whole life to it too, that I just don't have the time or desire.
Right. Well, we can tell, like Sister Melody said, we can definitely tell the person you are by what you're producing. Absolutely. Oh, look at that. Did your husband do that?
Yes, ma'am. He built that for me.
Praise be to Allah. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, ma'am. Explain what we're looking at for those who don't know.
We call it a grow house, and what he did was make it where he put chicken wire around the whole thing because I needed a place to grow. That was clear, and he understood what I needed to keep the rabbit out, to make sure that nothing came, and also a lot of birds come into my yard. I mean, so that was a part of how we knew that the soil was pretty good. There's a lot of worms in that soil, and so the birds come. So we needed to keep everything out, especially growing from seed. They won't necessarily mess with the plants, but the birds will get to the seeds, and I planted a lot of seeds in the ground. So he ran the chicken wire all the way down under the ground and then put the dirt over it, and then the grass grew on top of it. So you can't see that it goes all the way under. So even if they tried to dig under, they can't even dig because it's all the way down.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, very smart. Because some people, yeah, leave that gap. Oh, yeah, look at that. It does go all the way down. Because
Yeah,
yeah, they
and
use
there's
that
like
gap.
he cemented it down underground. So there's like it's the wood is cemented down underground. So he dug pretty deep down under there. So it's pretty sturdy and secure. It's not just gonna move. And then also it's the grow house is on the south side of the property, so you get the most sun, full sun. And it has the capability for us to put the plastic over it so that during the colder months we can still continue to grow, along with doing some composting and things like that to kind of heat up the ground.
Right.
Is another aspect of what we're gonna, incorporate in there.
Very, very, very
So that's
smart.
another mosquito plant, some eucalyptus, some
Yeah.
rosemary, lavender. Those just getting started, or in this picture, we're getting started.
Look, I'm always so in awe of anybody who can grow herbs. I do want some eucalyptus, though. I really do. So we are right. Oh, look at that, sister. I'm coming to visit you. Oh my gosh, I just want to walk right
Those,
in there.
yeah, it's peaceful in there. I strive to. I play music for the plants and like healing frequency sounds. I put crystals in there. Just keeping the energy really peaceful. So that's a part of it. Also put copper down in the ground and around different things because copper helps to grow.
Does.
Okay,
It
that's
does.
me drying out some of the bee balm and the lemon balm for tea.
Beautiful. I'm so glad we're getting ready to close out right now, but I'm so glad you touched on that copper because it does help. And I'm so glad because I always want to talk to someone who utilized that method, but I never met anyone who actually utilized it. So very, very good. Very good. Oh, I want to ask you some more questions, but our time is up. Yes,
Yes,
sister,
ma'am.
you have been a tremendous, tremendous resource. I know that our audience, I think our comment section is a little stuck, so we definitely have to have you back again. We have some brothers, quite a few brothers in our comment section. I'm so glad that you talked and showed us that structure your husband built. Hint, hint, brothers, hint, hint, brothers. So we thank you all so much for joining us. Yes, Sister Teresa, we got to have you back. For those who are joining us, please donate to the show. You've seen the banner running across the CTG broadcast. So until we meet again, Sister Melody, Sister Teresa, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum, family. Thank you for having me.